Hello everybody, welcome back to another banger. Today we're gonna do something a little geeky. So, as you know, I have a hobby that could be considered geeky or even nerdy at times, and that hobby is amateur radio. Now, usually when you think of amateur radio, you think of ham radio, which is like people talking over it, which I guess you could do that, but a large majority of it is called digital modes. Now, digital modes are really cool because there's so many. Just to name a few, there's FT4, FT8, SSTV, all that stuff. Weather facts too. So today we're going to be specifically talking about SSTV and how this can actually go with Roblox to send people pictures in a game. So you may be wondering, what do all these abbreviations mean? And we're going to be specifically focusing on one, SSTV. Now, SSTV, or slow scan television as it's known, is basically a mode where you're able to convert images into sound, which you can then transmit over radio. Make sure you have a license, of course. And how this works is it takes your image, converts it into certain bytes of sound, and then when a receiver set to the certain mode you pick will basically convert sound into an image. And so there's a really good program that is also almost free. There's a free trial and you basically get everything already. Or you can buy the actual one for $25, one-time purchase. You get it for the life. And let me show you how that works real quick. Alright, so what I have right here is basically our Blackcat SSTV, which is the app that I was talking about earlier, set up with a picture of me and a very true message. So now, I'm going to type in my call sign. You don't need to do this, but it's usually good practice, which I'm going to send this at the end of the transmission. When we go to the receive side, you can see it's picking up my voice. So what I have here is the output, and it's set to my speakers. When we go to receive, it's set to my microphone. So I think you can already tell what's going to happen when I start it. Now we need to make sure that these modes match, and it's already on auto, but it's best if you already have both of them matched up. As you can see, there are many modes you can go through. You can check this out. There's a really good Wikipedia page that I will link in the description where you can learn much more. Alright, so without further ado, let's make sure everything's ready, and in 3, 2, 1. Alright, check out that image. So what we have here is basically almost the most perfect thing you can get out of this. So normally what I would usually do, I would use VB cable or background music to directly transmit over to this side. But since I don't have that set up and I want you guys to hear it, I just use my speakers and microphone. But how do we integrate this into Roblox? Well, there's actually a really good way to do that, and let's go back to my camera so I can show you. Alright, so hopping back to the good old camera, what are your thoughts on this? I would love to hear it in the comments, but I really think that this is just an amazing tool, and there's so many others as well that you can just transmit over sound. It's so cool, and it happens in our everyday life. Like, there's literally hundreds of transmissions going around through your ears too, just you can't hear them because obviously our ears only hear around 20 hertz to 20,000. Anyways, so how we integrate this into Roblox is, you might remember, or you might already know, that there is a thing called voice chat in Roblox. Now, usually you can't really do anything with it other than talk to people, which, alright, you can already use the chat for that. It's sometimes funny, you can play sound effects, but if you really want to have full immersion and really talk with the other people, you can literally just take that app that I showed you earlier, set the output to either a virtual audio cable, or just do it through your speakers. You just can't really talk during it because it messes it up. And then if both of you guys have Blackcat and both of you guys have it set up so that it's using Roblox as a microphone, you can send each other pictures through Roblox. It's like the most crazy thing that I think I've ever thought of. I mean, like, this is revolutionary. You're able to send photos through an app that doesn't want you to send photos. Alright, so I know this was kind of a shorter video, but I don't really have anything to talk about because, I mean, I could talk about all the nerdy stuff, but I don't think much of you want to hear that. So I'm going to just end it here, and I will see you in the next video.